4 goals last week, Hibs would be keen to prove that they have at last found the secret of hitting the back of the net against a Celtic side who have gone 8 matches without defeat since losing that New Year game at Ibrox. The commentator, and what is always an entertaining encounter, is Jock Brown.
The Hibs manager Alec Miller is without his player assistant manager Murdo McLeod, who hasn't recovered from injury. And Billy Finlay too is the latest casualty not available for selection. But Gareth Evans' scoring return last week against St Mirren earns him a place in the starting lineup. And his partner in attack will be Paul Wright. The former Aberdeen striker cost £280,000 from Queen's Park Rangers a year ago, and he's now the club's top scorer for the season with 5 goals. Injury to centre-half Paul Elliott has forced Celtic manager Billy McNeill to make a change in defence. Peter Grant is the replacement. Otherwise, there's continuity of selection following his team's recent excellent run. And that continuity is best exemplified by John Collins, who's back on familiar territory. He was signed last summer from Hibs for £920,000, and he's the only Celtic outfield player who's played in every competitive match this season, a total of 33. And the referee this afternoon, the 42-year-old Aberdeen-based surveyor, Sandy Roy, in his 9th season as a Grade 1 official. So Hibs playing up the hill in the opening half, and Celtic intent on maintaining the spell of form which has left them undefeated in the last 8 matches. Indeed, they've gone 4 games without losing a goal. And here's Paul McStay leading by example, coming through the middle from midfield, running straight into Gordon Hunter. And an offside flag was up against Tommy Coyne. So Hibs have a free kick. Very impressive opening there by the Celtic captain, Paul McStay. Space there for Miller. Oh, good play by Wright. Milne supporting on the left. Back it goes to McGinley. Well, he spotted Pat Bonner off his line. That's why McGinley went for that chip shot. It was good play from Hibs from midfield, where Paul Wright made that excellent turn, then released Callum Milne on the left. Pat McGinley calling for the ball inside. You can see him trying to measure the chip shot towards the far corner. There's Evans again. He has Wright waiting in the middle. McGinley also arriving in the box. There's the foul by Derek White. Gareth Evans exchanging a smile there with his former teammate John Collins. So Neil will take this free kick. Tommy McIntyre has gone forward. Another cross by McGinley. Morris had to be careful there to avoid handball. He managed to do that though, and it's Hibs with a throw. No, the decision goes Celtic's way. No, the referee allowed play to continue. It looked as though he'd given it the other way. There's the criminal effort from McGinley. Wow, superb effort there by Pat McGinley, who certainly has the eye for goal this afternoon. There was some confusion about who was getting that throw on the far side, but it was taken quickly by Hibs, and when that came across to the edge of the penalty area to McGinley, he hit that with tremendous power. Supported by Hamilton. Milne. Evans again. There's McGinley. Intended, I think, for Hamilton. It found Paul Wright, though. There's Miller. Hamilton's return pass. Good play again from Hibs. It reaches Neil Orr. It's a fine turn. Good play once again from Hibs, and that could so easily have turned out better. Picked up by McNally. McIntyre doing well, judging an upward bounce. Here's Collins and McStay. That's well hit by McStay. Controlled the shot extremely well and made Andy Gordon look lively going to his right. He couldn't afford any error there. Derek White's header. There's Coyne to McStay. Very careless pass that from McStay. Pat McGinley took full advantage. There's Evans. And Wright. Evans again, on back to right. A chance for Brian Hamilton. Superb play there from Hibs in the build-up. Well, that would have been an outstanding goal. Beautifully created involving Gareth Evans, Paul Wright, and Brian Hamilton was given that scoring opportunity from the right. A shot well covered by Bonner. Well, applause coming from the Hibs supporters. They've enjoyed this little spell of play from their favourites. Some lovely one-touch football up front involving Evans and Wright in particular. Supported well from midfield with Neil Orr and Brian Hamilton and Pat McGinley very active in that area. McNally inside, Miller trying to release Collins. Determined defending though by McIntyre. There's Craney, beaten away by Gorham and thumped to safety by Willie Miller. Here's Neil Orr. Hamilton has Wright going to the right and it was blocked there by Rogan. The Hibs fans thought that was handball. The referee disagreed. Craney showing his studs there in that tackle with McGinley. It's a free kick to Hibs. Well, the good save brought out by Jerry Craney a moment ago. That angled shot across the far post, beaten away by Andy Gorham. And fortunately for Hibs, it landed at the feet of Willie Miller. Here's Evans. Oh, Milne. Strong enough in the first instance, but losing out eventually to Miller. Here's Tommy Coyne. Tackled well by Cooper. Breaks back for Craney. A glimpse of goal there for Jerry Craney. Well, that could have been dangerous for Hibs. As first Coyne made space for himself, then was well tackled, but it broke there for Jerry Craney, and that could have been troublesome for Hibs. In comes McGinley. So safely in the hands of Pat Bonner. And the last attack of the first half, in which Hibs have enjoyed some very good possession in the middle of the field without showing genuine penetration up front, despite all the hard work provided by Paul Wright and Gareth Evans. Celtic have found it difficult to provide a supply to their front three of Miller, Craney and Coyne, and that's made for a fascinating first half, which ends with the score Hibernian 0, Celtic 0. The Celtic start the second half having made a change in defence. They brought in Darius Dubček to the heart of their defence, and the change has been to withdraw young Mark McNally. So Chris Morris has crossed over to the wide right midfield position. Peter Grant is in a marking role with Dubček in the sweeper position. So Celtic intent on enhancing their league position to ensure that a European place for next season doesn't depend only on the Scottish Cup. So they'll be looking for a good second half performance to win a couple of points here, but also to set themselves up for that Tennant Scottish Cup match next week against Rangers at Celtic Park next Sunday. Hibs, on the other hand, also looking for a continuation of their good form of last week in particular, when they fought back so well from a 3-1 deficit to win 4-3 against St Mirren, overcoming hosts of problems and injuries and suspensions. And they've had a performance in that first half which I'm sure would have given a lot of satisfaction to manager Eric Miller. Neil Orr was certainly one of their outstanding midfield players in that period. That's well taken though by Bonner. Here's Peter Grant, now in a central defensive marking role. Morris forward. Back with Grant, that's towards Coyne. Swept away by Callum Milne. Oh, White was in rather a hurry there. He had time to bring that down and choose a pass, but he still has managed to get the ball forward to Craney. Sending over a very good cross. It's Joe Miller for Celtic. So Celtic take the lead. Their supporters behind Andy Gorham applaud. Well, Joe Miller got the goal, his 8th of the season, but he'll be the first to thank Jerry Craney for some fine, patient work at the corner flag. They had Gordon Hunter challenging there, but Craney retained possession, then turned inside and rifled over that superb cross, and a header from Joe Miller puts Celtic ahead. There's Paul McStay. White forward. Good running by Craney. Craney and Hunter together again. This time Hunter gets the better of things. He thought he was fouled by Craney. The referee didn't agree. Well, Hunter will be upset about the fact that Craney managed to get away from him to send over the cross from which Joe Miller scored. For the late winter setting in Edinburgh, as Joe Miller gets a shooting chance. It came off the knee of Ryan Hamilton, and then a Pat McGinley. The offside flag was up on the far side in any event. All that action was going on around Andy Gorham. A couple of good efforts there from Joe Miller. That's for Pat McGinley. Oh, good effort there from McGinley in the turn. He certainly controlled it under a lot of pressure from Rogan, but hadn't quite his bearings for the shot. McIntyre winning the high ball from Craney. It's back with Morris. Neil Cooper's header. Getting it in front of Tommy Coyne. Good play from McStay. Collins switching play back to the right for Morris. Here's Joe Miller laying it in early. Jerry Craney's header. Superb goalkeeping by Gorham. Wow, what fine play it was from Celtic. John Collins playing it across. Morris helping it on there to Joe Miller. That first time cross and the flashing header from Craney, bringing out a superb piece of handling by Gorham. Paul Wright chasing it down for Weir, his first touch of the ball. Hamilton looking for Milne, breaking on the left. Milne indicating he wanted the ball to feet. There's Morris. Love check. That's for Craney, an excellent pass from Dubček. Well, not quite what Craney intended. What a fine pass it was from Darius Dubček. He looked up once and drilled that very talented left foot ball straight through the gap in the Hibs defence for Craney. Did appear to stumble a little as he went to make the shot for goal. Milne looking for McIntyre. Gets up well to that. Paul Wright got a touch right in front of Bonner. Then took a hefty knock. Well, Wright appears to have recovered, but the long hanging free kick from Callum Milne, finding Tommy McIntyre rising well to nod that down to the 6-yard box. Wright was quick enough, but under pressure all the way. Miller to McStay. There's Collins. Now Grant. Morris on the far touchline. Collins to McStay. Good one-touch play again from Celtic. Here's Coyne. Winning the corner kick. Fine, patient play from the middle of the field from Celtic. So Derek White has been encouraged to go forward into the penalty area. Chris Morris also hovering at the edge of the penalty box. Rogan signalling for the ball also. Played across to Paul McStay. Well beaten away by Gorham. Fine variation there from the corner. Miller playing it back to McStay in space. He set himself for that very powerful volley, and Gorham didn't take any chances beating the ball away. There's Tommy Coyne. Now Craney on the turn. Tommy Coyne is offside. Frustration all on the face of Tommy Coyne, the Celtic top goal scorer. And the flag on the far side was up instantly. And Murray Westland from Tillycootry as the far side linesman, who was on the spot. The flag was up before the ball hit the net. It's McGinley and Paul Wright using Cooper, breaking from the back, linking with Evans. Here's Willie Miller in this advanced position on the right. Cross well blocked by Rogan. Good return past that from Miller to Brian Hamilton. Here's another chance to send the ball across. There's Mickey Weir, it's off the crossbar. Nothing going Hibs' way at the moment. Disappointment for Weir. It was good play on the right involving Willie Miller. Then Brian Hamilton tried to get the ball across. The ball spinning high in the air, allowing Brian Hamilton to nod that across the face of the goal. Weir arriving at the run, a fine header, and just dipping onto the top of the crossbar and over. McStay to Grant. He has Morris ahead of him. Now Craney setting it up for Collins. That's for Coyne. Cleared by Cooper. Evans to Hunter. Striding beyond Joe Miller. Here's Paul Wright. Willie Miller looking up, considering the options. Uses right shot. A little bit too obvious, that ball towards Weir. Well read by John Collins. Here's Joe Miller now on the run for Celtic, going inside Hunter. Well controlled by Paul McStay on the run. There's Craney available on the wide outside. That's for Joe Miller! And that was a classic. Sheer brilliance from Joe Miller. It's his second, and it surely ties the match up for Celtic. And his second header of the match with just 6 minutes remaining. He was the original architect, winning the ball on the left, coming inside Gordon Hunter, using Paul McStay. McStay striding forward. He had Craney on the right, but saw Joe Miller making a run through the inside left channel. A beautiful pass and a quite magnificent header from Miller to make it 2-0 to Celtic. And an opportunity clearly there for Celtic to introduce Martin Hayes. He cost £650,000 from Arsenal in the closed season, hasn't yet really made his mark with Celtic, and now has his chance replacing Jerry Craney in attack. Well, a very relaxed Billy McNeil now, I would imagine. Here's Brian Hamilton. He has Wright on the near side. That's good play by Paul Wright. And nothing will go right for Hibs in front of goal. It was an outstanding piece of play by Paul Wright. Good, look at it again, the way he takes the ball, comes in from the right, he sees Derek White, makes room for the shot, then angles that beyond Pat Bonner off the inside of the post. So Hibs know, I think, the task is beyond them. They'll look back on one or two good chances missed. They've hit the crossbar, they've hit the post, but they have no more chance to cause problems for Celtic. The final whistle goes, and Joe Miller is the hero of the hour for Celtic, with 2 excellent goals in the second half, and ironically, headers from the smallest player in the Celtic ranks, but both goals of genuine quality. And in the end, it was little more than Celtic deserved for a very impressive second half performance. Hibs contributed a great deal in the first half, ran out of luck in front of goal in the second, but a fine match.